right. Let's see, I think I unmuted the correct mic. I did. Go me. Remember to do that this time. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mark. Yes, I did get those 51 pages edited. I've edited since then. Let me do the math real quick, because it was a lot. I did most of it on Saturday. Hey, awesome! Good job editing. I also just realized I didn't put my wedding ring on. Oops. Oops. It was on my to-do list before I started streaming, and I totally forgot. Oh, my editor's on. Nice. I think she's set to, like, finish the book today. I'll shoot her a text. So, Chrome is being a memory hog and not wanting to load. Granted, the document is a crazy amount of pages. Okay, so I edited from I finished that 51 pages. So on stream I did 20 some, or I did 14 on stream. I did 37 off stream, and then I did an additional an additional 67 to 70 pages. So this weekend I edited 104 pages. And I've got, which the other 67 pages were, no, 67, like a full 67. Those are my editor's notes. So implementing edits, making grammatical changes, adding in more of descriptions. My webcam's right here. The monitor is over here. So that's why I keep looking over here for that. Yeah, so I have left 97 pages of her edits to go through, which sorry, getting messages from my editor. Hey, Zilla. Yeah, so 97 pages of my editor's notes to go through, not a big deal. I will say, this weekend, I wrote an additional 10,000 words for the story on Saturday, which is a lot. I also cut like 300 some, close to 500, but the book is now almost at 107,000 words. I'm 10K in. That was a combined effort of, actually, I think that was Friday and Saturday. I think Friday and Saturday I did that, which... This is the biggest book I've written so far, yeah. Before Down with the Prince, the longest book I had written was about 88,000 words. Somewhere between 82 and 88. I always thought it was a lower word count than that, but then I went back to the document and saw that, that was the second book I wrote. It was a lot. Also, Zilla, you're going to think I was replaced by aliens again. Because so far today on stream, I just want to have water, but I do have another beverage. I have this sparkling cranberry apple cider I got from Aldi. It is an absolute dream. And it doesn't have cinnamon, so it can't kill me. No, I had one last night. I had a chocolate fog with the homemade, honey whipped topping and white chocolate honeycomb that I made, and it was very rich. And for lunch I had some leftover pizza, so that was kind of like greasy-ish, and even though I dabbed it with a towel and everything, like a paper towel, it was still kind of a heavy lunch, so I kind of just want like some water and some like sparkling apple cider to like clear the grease out of my mouth. I'll probably have a London fog later, because it's not that cold today, actually. I went outside this morning to bring the trash bales back up. It was 35, and it felt divine. Like, it's 38 now. The real feel is 31. I think, because I'm in a sweater today, I'm wearing a sweater, I'm very warm. So I kind of just want water and apple cider right now. And did I also do chapter 20? Oh, I think I did more pages. I need to add 9 pages to my previous total that I did. Which means I only have 91 pages of edits left to go through. And then I'm gonna do an entire reread of the manuscript. Which is, right now it's 260 pages. 1.5 spaced, 11 point Garamond, yeah. Hey, there's still today and tomorrow. You've got this. Well, that's okay. I know you've been working really hard and you just started a new job, so that's good. Hey. Yeah. I think the fastest I ever did a rewrite was I rewrote about 80,000 words in 4 days, and I like couldn't use my hands after that weekend. But I did it. That was too much editing to do in the span of like 4 days. I was in college, I was young, slightly less arthritic than I am now. Yeah, I don't recommend. But today, I have a little bit of a to-do list today before I actually start editing. Also, let me know if I'm shouting. I can't hear myself very well with the headphones on, so I don't know if I'm being too loud or something. I need to write out my tasks for today so that I don't forget them. I didn't write down any notes for my meeting last week. I'll just use this page as a today to-do. So, 2 companies that I work for one company, but 2 of the channels I do social media work for. I need to write the copy for their Halloween posts, and probably get those scheduled to go tomorrow. also today I need to finish putting together my friend's birthday present. I have her gift. I just need to wrap it. I need to write her card. And then I need to box it up and get it ready to ship to her. Ship it about a quarter of the way, halfway across the country. I hope it'll get there by her birthday. I doubt it will. It'll probably get there this weekend, I'm hoping. So I need to do that. I'm also going out shopping tomorrow for like some Christmas decorations with my mom and my sister, because my younger sister's going to be in town. So we're going Christmas shopping of sorts. So I might find another like odd little trinket or two to put in her box, her birthday gift. So I might hold off on like sealing the box. What did I say? Wrap it, trinkets, card, and like pack it. I need to edit and prints. That's what I'll do on stream. I'll probably stream for like an hour or two. I'm hoping in that time I can get through about 10 to 20 pages, especially because it's just me like going through grammatical changes and everything like that. And maybe adding in some descriptions. Which I'll probably be adding in a lot of descriptions because my editor has really inspired me to like do a lot more writing and solidifying the environment and everything on stream. So I'll write 10 to 20 pages. Wrap it up, seal it, ship it, send it, type it, edit, print, upgrade it. That's a deep cut. I don't know if... Is that like an old Staples commercial or like an Office Depot commercial? I don't think I like know it, but I feel like that would be something that they would say. And that also, I love how this the sunlight from my window comes in and catches on my lampshade, because then it makes it look like the lamp is on. It's a take on Daft Punk's Technologic. Oh, so like that da 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 da. Those low notes I did not switch into a lower register for. I just kind of da da da. So like da 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 da. Like squeeze the throat instead of like dropping in it. I hope someday I'll catch your stream sooner. It's very cozy, even though no rain sound. Oh, you guys can't hear it? Can you hear it now? I thought you could. Oh no, my bad. It's my fault for not asking if the levels of the stream were good. There we go. Alright. I hope to someday stream a bit sooner. I was also doing some errands. Bless. I was doing some errands and like general chores this morning, and then I ate like lunch late. So I wanted to start stream actually an hour ago, but I didn't, because I decided to sit down and like take my time with eating my lunch instead of scarfing it down and then possibly feeling sick on stream. But I hope you have a good night. Yeah. My goal would eventually be to start streaming around 8 a.m. and streaming from like 8 to 2 or like 8 to 3 some days. Just depends. Yes, I did enjoy my meal. Thank you. I hope that you have a great rest of your night. Let's see. Other things I need to add to my to-do list today. I'm hosting writers group on Wednesday, so like I need to get my the space for that cleaned up. Oh, I also just realized that chat URL was not inputted for the stream. I thought it was the same every time. It is not. There we go. You guys can tell how rusty I am with streaming. You don't stream for like 5 months and then you come back and forget everything. Alright. Okay. So it's probably best to just get started. I don't want to use... I'm not going to write my friend's card yet, but I know I don't want to use a black pen, so I'm going to see if I have multiple sets of colored pens around my office. I'm going to see if any of these will work for the card. It's going to be a cute, just plain pink card. I might get like a stamp or something to put on it, or like some cute washi, and I'll wax seal the envelope. And it'll go inside the box, so it'll be fine. What colors do I have that might look good with that? I might test out this brown. I don't love using my chameleon fine liners for just, if I'm not using chameleon fine liners for their purpose. I'll test out this brown from Master's Touch. Okay, this light brown is actually really cute. Wu-Tang, black and purple. Purple is one of her favorite colors, and I was thinking about making the ink for the card purple. This lilac-ish pen works okay. Even though it's been stored upside down in my container, it doesn't really feel like the ink has been settling in the nib well. And then the dark purple is just incredibly rich. What pinks do I have? I've got kind of a berry pink. Let's see. I can't show you the swatches because I put it on the page with my to-do list, and the to-do list has company names on it, and I can't show those off. This hot pink looking cap is actually quite bubblegum on page, but I think bubblegum would look too much with the very, it's like very, very pastel. I'm trying to like catch sunlight. There we go. You can see it's almost like white. It's a very nice light pink. How am I gonna contort myself so you guys can see this properly? Yeah. I have like an orangey coral. That could look cute. Or not. I don't think that would actually go very well with the card. And then I have a pink that actually perfectly matches the card, but I'm afraid it's too pale to show up on white paper. Yeah, that just wouldn't show up, like, at all. I need to get new pens to write with. My favorite pens for like doing general writing work on are the Pilot G2s. And then I have them in a couple of nib sizes. So I've got the 05 and the 07. The 07 I really like. It's a bit of a thicker nib, so there's a little bit more ink that transfers to the page with it. So it writes like a nice, crisp black line, and I love that. I have work pens on my desk, pens from my job. Silver, Pilot. I love gray pens, honestly. They just look so nice and soft when you're writing. It's really nice. I have a couple other thin line pens, art liners. My favorite color is probably got to be like an emeraldy green, kind of like a vermilion, not vermilion, viridian. vermilion. It's like a very, very rich jewel tone green that has a lot of blue in it. So more of a blue-based emerald rather than a yellow-based emerald. I'm not a big fan of yellow-based greens. I also love gray, and I also love this shade of yellow. Kind of like a burnt golden ochre. Well, this is a little bit brighter than a burnt golden ochre. But that's aside. Wait, I have another black pilot in here. Huh. What other color would go good with the pink? I know I have some other pink pens, but they're very bright, so they're not going to be as nice. Honestly, alright, let me test out the dark brown. That could look cute. I'll test out the red I used for signing of ink and paper. That would also look cute. I think the winner for my friend's card is going to be the light brown. The kind of milk chocolate color. I think this will look really cute with the pink on, you know. It'll give it a cute soft touch rather than like black ink, which is another great time to use brown. Same with makeup. Always looks good. So I think I'll use the brown pen when I write her letter later, so I'll just leave that pen out. I'll put my book. I have this really cute, it's a Winnie the Pooh, it was a VHS, like the sleeve for the VHS, the spine of it turned into a bookmark. The back is just kind of like light mint with little white sprinkles, and then it's got a gold tassel on it. Winnie the Pooh is my favorite. I love Winnie the Pooh. I got myself this bookmark, and then I got my husband a Toy Story one for Christmas a couple years ago. That was a fun gift. If I keep chugging water like this, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom very soon. Alright, there's my to-do list made. Let's get to editing. Alright, we are on page 172. At the start of our writing session today, we are at 106,000 words, 106,505 words. So 106,505. Put that in the chat. Let's edit for a bit and see where we get. I love when she catches little things that I just don't think about, because in my head it makes sense, but then to someone else it might not. Okay, let's see. I might need to expand the opening paragraph of this chapter just to ground people a little bit more. I'm also doing a lot more clarifying this draft. I thought I clarified enough, but then I'm looking at things and I'm like, okay, it makes sense to me this way. But to someone else who's just reading, this might not make sense, or they might not necessarily pick up on what I'm meaning here. Oh, I remember the other thing I needed to add to my to-do list. Go, Xana. There we go. Okay. And, oh, my monitor because I am clearly a professional about this. Okay, I am actually going to take a bathroom break super quick before I get too much farther into my edits. I will be back, and I need to refill my water as well because I'm out. I will be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, I am back. I remembered to grab my wedding ring. And not only did I refill my water, I stole the pitcher. We have a sink filter as well, so it's fine. I stole the pitcher though, so that I don't have to keep leaving to get more water. I haven't gotten too far into 21 yet. I want to see where my editor is. Okay, so she's in chapter 27. Oh, she's about to come up on some, like, pretty intense stuff. I also know she's working, so she's, like, going back and forth between, like, work and editing. That'll be fun. I hope I get some fun messages from her about this. How big is an acre? How big is that? That's not how you spell. Oh, yeah. Okay. 4,300 square feet. How many acres is a basketball court? Okay, an acre is bigger than a basketball court. Okay. Instead of being hyper-specific, I'm just going to use a few acres instead of trying to figure out an exact number and how big that would be and how much space that would be. Why is an acre? Oh, my brother's calling. Okay, hold on. Sorry, that was a bit of an important phone call. It pertained to some medical stuff I have going on tomorrow. I have to get some tests done. Which I'm kind of looking forward to, also kind of just being like, I hate having to do things. Things done. Let's zoom this webcam in a little bit again, like we did last time. There we go. You know what? Instead of I'm gonna write. Back to writing. I did have to take that. You're gonna play on Friday? Play what? Oh, you're going to a play on Friday. Ooh, fun. What play? I haven't been to a play in forever. I like plays, though. Not sure if I'm invited. Oh, that's fun. It's always fun getting invited to do things with friends, because then it's like, you know that they think about you and stuff. And you're just like, oh, I do have friends. It's like, I do believe in fairies. I do. Kind of moment. I do believe I have friends. I do. There's a acting company in my city that's putting on Dracula, and I thought about going to see it, but then I was like, I don't want to spend money. It's a play called Life Sucks. Is Life Sucks the new Dracula one? Also, you forgot when the mode where I switched into just talking straight Southern. I'm not even really in the South, I'm just in the Midwest, but there are times when you're in the Midwest and it just creeps out a bit every now and again. But typically where I am in the Midwest, we have what's called the invisible accent. So I've always thought, it's a very discernible accent. Like, it's very much, you listen to someone talking, it sounds like they don't have an accent. Accents are very weird. I don't know. I think I sound normal, but I don't know if someone could hear me talking right now with how I'm speaking, if they'd be able to pinpoint, oh, she's from the Midwest. Quite possibly, but yeah, it's a non-discernible accent. You don't sound like you're from anywhere, and it's very confusing for people. Which is kind of fun. Also, my stomach does not like what I ate for lunch. It's dried. Love that. Oh, the invisible accent. Akin to most of the center of the Midwest. Because up in northern Midwest, you've got like Minnesota. Those areas where they just kind of talk a bit up here and they draw out their words and their A's are interesting, like bag, bagel, all those little things. And then in the more southern part of the Midwest, you get a little bit more of a southern drawl in your voice. Not entirely too heavy, too heavy-handed. You know, you pronounce words a little bit differently, like warsh instead of wash. Warsh. I hear a lot of people with that kind of accent say Missouri instead of like Missouri. Missouri. Some other states, I think, get interesting pronunciations. And then here, just in the center of the Midwest, don't really sound like anything, which I think is fun. Or maybe we do sound like we have an accent, who knows? I feel like our inflection is just so basic, though. It's like the purest form of speaking English. You're in the middle of Minnesota. Minnesota. Don't draw out your A's. Maybe that's more Wisconsin. More of a Wisconsin thing than Minnesota. Also, I hate looking at the word acre, because my mind reads it as... Oh, maybe I did spell it wrong. Now I'm not sure. Is acre A-C-R-E or A-C-E-R? Because A-C-E-R is Acer, which is my monitor that I'm looking at right now. I have an Acer monitor. I think it's A-C-R-E. I think it's acre. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Go Xana. She can spell. I was so excited to sit down and edit, and now I'm just like, nah. But I'll live. She is an author. I never claimed to have a degree in spelling, only in putting fancy words together. I can't spell, okay? I can spell most things. Words are just hard. It is what spell check is for. But spell check also wants me to change, like, paced to placed, and I'm like, no, he's not placed, he's pacing. Like, gotta love spell checker. Noni! Hello, dear friend. We are just editing my book and chilling out. I need to re-look through the prompts and pick one or two to do something with, because I've been so busy with book things because things got pushed back again. But I haven't thought about it yet. Let me look. Have you been? Work still crazy? Let's see, if I were to do one of these prompts. Yeah, I'm sorry. Stress is just not fun. Which one of these prompts? Okay, if I could only pick one to do, I would probably work pretty hard at trying to do something, not like a little snippet, but like kind of a full thing. I don't know, a couple K, if I could. Days 20 to 26 and 30, I really like. Day 12 could also be fun. I'm trying to think of things I could, because I don't think I'll be able to do something every day, because that stressed me out last year and I wasn't able to do that. So I think if I can just commit to doing a couple, yeah, I've got it up on my phone. I think if I can just commit to doing a couple, like one or two, and then if I get any others done, then like doing that. I think Magical Curse would be fun. I think Mythology and Toxic combined would be really cute. Next Time Will Be Better is always a fun one to think about. And then I could see like When We Were Kids and In the Garden doing something like that. Royalty would also be fun. Murder, Mystery, and Hunt could be fun. Maybe I'll see if Friss wants to do something, like what her plans are. Crazy. I would just have to think and like come up with ideas for what to do for it. If I had to pick, Next Time Will Be Better reminds me, there's a trend going around on TikTok of like, do you think we're friends in every universe, or do you think we're sisters in every universe? Do you think we're partners? Do you think we're lovers? You know, do you think we're this in every universe? And it's like, of course we would be. I think doing something like that might be really interesting. I could spend some time doing something like that and preparing that up. Collabs usually get me going too. It's usually like, oh, I can't let this person down. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen any of those on TikTok or if you're on TikTok at all, but it's really fun. People have been doing it a lot for like worlds that have multiple AUs within it, either canonically or like fandom based. Or just like, I don't know, other little things. I think that could be really cool. I think we could do like a really cool art piece for that. Hey, if you want to collab for day 26, let me know. But I think just something like that, where it's like a really cutesy looking version of the two of them being like, do you think we're in love in every universe? And, you know, one of them says that, and then the next panel is the like a ghost bubble of the words "of course," and then it's like the stabbing scene where she stabs him and like totally just kills him. In canon universe, it would involve canon, but it wouldn't be shipped canon. Of course, you can DM me later. This might be an idea that works. Hey. Collaboration, working in harmony brings out the best. It really does. This book, Down with the Prince, was started as a collaboration fun project between me and one of my author friends. Of course, I ended up... It was, before, like, any issues arise with anyone saying anything. It was my idea for the book, and then we were just, like, writing things about it, and then they were like, hey, actually, I think you should just write this, like, as a legitimate book. And so then I did. I did write it as a book, and now look at it. Look at it. It has stickers. You know things are legit when they have a sticker. Alright. I'm committed. Even if I don't end up doing a collab, I think I'm gonna do something like that for day 26. That'll be my one commitment. To SOS month. That'll be my contribution, which reminds me, I need to change my username on AO3. How to do that. Edit my profile. That's fair, yeah. I feel that to an unhealthy level. Of just not being able to keep things simple. Oh, here's the, change username. Day 10 is definitely the biggest one because it's a comic. Oh, the Tsukiyomi one? Are you doing Tsukiyomi or imprisonment, or are you doing a combination of the two? I have to come up with a new username. Crap. Nice. That'll be solid. I thought about doing one for that day, but I was like, that feels like it would be an undertaking. I'm sorry. Oh, no spaces. Oh. Hi, Binary. Yes, good luck to the both of us for getting this done. How are you doing today? I am trying to quickly change my AO3 username because I need a little bit more anonymity now that I'm going to have published books out. Which is like girl in the yellow sweater. That could be cute. I wear yellow sweaters a lot, so. Let's go with that. Yeah, why not? Need a new profile pic too. Yep. I hate when I get an itch in my ear. It is the worst thing that could ever happen to me, ever, in my life. I'm being facetious about that, but... so hard to find a photo that is just take a new one real quick on my phone. I'll edit it. Throw that pepper into Lightroom. Putting so much work in. Making a to-do list. I did that at the start of the stream. I made a to-do list and I have not done anything on it. I feel that. It's so hard to get work done sometimes. First, let's crop this. Try to do most of the days because I'm mid-law. Yeah, you are, and I feel that. I think the first year when I think I did like half of them the first year that I modded, that I helped. It was a lot of fun, but kind of a lot that year. And then every year since then I've been like, I want to do all of the prompts, and it's like, I'll have time this November to do it, and then something always pops up. Like 2 years ago I had finals. The year after that I had a book coming out. Last year I had my graduation and I was planning my wedding. And then this year I wasn't supposed to have anything, but now my book is coming out again in November. Like, it got pushed back from the middle of October to the end of November, so. Trying to figure out what kind of filter I want on this. November just is. It's supposed to be like this relaxing month. Things are starting to get cold and... Let's go with this preset. It does feel like October is just like a blank. It is insanely unfair. How this photo looks because the lighting in my room is not the best for taking a photo. I think time just is flying by insanely. Like, it's not even funny anymore. That Lightroom on mobile doesn't allow you to select where you're doing blurring anymore. Like, you can't just like select an area and blur it out. I'm just entirely blurring out my background. I might change what filter I'm using. This is like not what this stream was supposed to be at all. Playing around on Lightroom now. Okay, I like this. This, I think, is cute. You aren't going to be able to very well see it. There we go. I turn my screen brightness down. It's cute. It's a girl in a yellow sweater. It's actually a really cute photo. Seeing Xanna play mobile games. I'm not playing mobile games. I was editing a photo in Lightroom for stuff. Changing my photo on AO3 so it's not my face. Because I am slightly removing my digital footprint from... Not necessarily removing myself from fandom, but when you become a published author, it's a bit weird to it can be you don't necessarily want to tie yourself, like yourself as an author, to your work, to your fan work, just because it can cause some issues. So, wasn't me. That was someone else in the server. In Haka's server. Not me. I'm a Dromini shipper anyway. I edited that. I hit save. Yeah. Weird. Dromini, Draco Hermione. It is a bit of a cursed ship. I do not ship it canon. I like the concept of the, it's very Romeo and Juliet in a sense, which is ironic, because I do not like Romeo and Juliet. Necessarily, I don't like how a lot of people interpret the play. A lot of people say that Shakespeare wrote it with specific things in mind, when in actuality, like, the text doesn't point to that, but no one wants to listen to people who have degrees in the subject. That's what you'd think, but I've read, like, several really cute, fluffy things. Like I said, I don't ship it canon, unless it's specifically noted as, like, this has problems, it's slightly problematic, you know. Alright, I removed my name from my AO3, changed my profile picture, did all of that. I should be good. If you're in specific Discord servers, you'll know that I am that person, because I'm not going to pay for Discord Nitro just to change my username in specific servers. Let's go! We did 1 page of edits earlier. The goal is like 10 for the stream, so. The problem is that I'm reading as I'm going and looking for spots to, like, add things when I'm gonna do that in a different, edit. Oh shoot, she asked me to expand on something. Ah, now I have to write more instead of just going click, 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 click on her edits. Okay, this makes sense. Let's change that pronoun to his name just so we're clear. I use too many pronouns in my dialogue, and I keep forgetting, or not dialogue, but in my writing, I forget often to put characters' names in instead. I'm almost upset that I'm now using that picture from my AO3 profile because that was like really cute and I could have posted that to Instagram. Also, just a quick check-in, how are the storm audio levels? They're good? That's good. I'm gonna paint my nails later. 2 of my friends got their nails painted. And they sent me photos and I was like, those are cute. I was giving my nails a break from steady. No, you can't hear the thunder. Well, let's fix that. Oh, you can hear everything? Zilla, it's your fault then. My sister is my sound is on the, oh. Well, I upped the amount of times that the thunder would be happening and upped the volume of it a little bit. If it ends up being too much, y'all let me know. I keep using the same words over and over. There we go. So fun fact about me, it was only within the last 4 years that I learned on the keyboard, like my typing keyboard, what the delete key does when typing, what the end key and home key do. Because for some reason in my keyboard classes at school, they never taught that. Which I think is silly. They've been so useful. I like Snapchat. Okay, so delete deletes, so backspace deletes backwards characters, delete deletes forward characters. So, delete goes forward and it eats, backspace goes backward and eats. Home will go to the start of the line that you're working on, and will go to the end of the line you're working on. So if I'm in the middle of the paragraph and a line, and I realize I mistyped something at the start of the paragraph, the start of that line, I keep saying paragraph, it isn't going to take you up. If I press home, it'll take me to the very start of that line, and not sentence. It doesn't matter if it's a sentence or not. Or it'll take me to the very end. End will take you to the end of that line. And it's really nifty. It's like, it's crazy. The pizza I ate for lunch is not settling well with my tummy. This is why I'm getting an ultrasound of my gallbladder tomorrow. Which will be fun. I can't eat for 8 hours beforehand, and originally they were like, yeah, the earliest we can get you in on this day is going to be 1. So just don't eat after dinner the night before. Like, no, it's more than 8 hours, but yeah. And then they had to call me the other day. They're like, actually, we have to switch your appointment time to 3 p.m. So it's like, if I got up at 6 and ate something, they were like, you can get up and eat a hearty breakfast, just make sure you're done eating by 7:30. And I'm like, I don't think I can wake up that early. And that's when my husband wakes up to get ready for work, but I'm like, I might be able to. But then I'm like, I'm gonna be awake longer after eating breakfast. Like, knowing that I can't eat anything else. Which, if I have breakfast, it'll be fine. And it'll be water only. I can't even do tea or juice. Only water after that. So. But it'll be fine. No worries. Can you put batteries on this? He did. Noah got these string lights yesterday. He gave them to me. I didn't know if they had batteries or not. They do. I wonder if I unravel these a bit, if it'll illuminate my face better for stream. Not necessarily. Do I just need to like wear them? Is this how I get my face better illuminated? Let's just strap them around my head to get some better lighting. I look like a freak. This is not the vibe of cozy writing stream. Gordon. Thank you. It's like if I hold them real close. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it should be fine. It's just another issue to deal. Ouch. The mining outfit from Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my gosh, you're so right. How did that get in my sweater? Okay, Noah and I played Tears of the Kingdom all day yesterday. I didn't do a single bit of work yesterday. I didn't even wash a dish. I did make myself lunch. And I made us hot chocolate. I didn't do any work for my day job. I didn't do any writing work. I didn't do any social media work. I rested and spent the entire day with my husband, and that was great. And an accomplishment. Because everyone here knows that I'm a workaholic. Yeah. Where am I gonna put these? I'm gonna have to... Noah's so excited to get Spider-Man 2. Although, I know... I watched him play a lot of Miles Morales. That was really fun. I don't think we were married when he played the first one. There we go, guys. These are my Christmas decorations now. Me. It's me. Man, too bad Haka isn't here. She knows how to clip things from streams to clip them. This would be an amazing clip. Just me as a Christmas. There we go. It's not enough light. There we go. I'm gonna electrocute myself or something if I'm not careful. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Santa cosplaying as a Christmas tree. I've given up. This is what we're doing now. The things I will do instead of working on my book. Okay, back to work. Perfect. Oh, I gotta get back to work. This is fun though. This is fun. I'm taking a picture of this for Instagram. For my story. Girl, work on your book. I will. Okay, back to work. Yeah, this is my novel. This is my debut novel, Down with the Prince. So different than what I've previously worked on. I think I was working on I started working on this around this time last year, actually, is when I just started working on this book. Yeah, same novel. No. I've had a couple different anthologies come out. And, short story collections. But I haven't had a novel come out. I saw it on my phone. I didn't watch it yet, though, because Noni would yell at me for just continuing to ignore my book. Xana as a tree. The tree. Gosh, I will share these in my server later. Now I almost want to listen to Christmas music. See what this one sounds like. No, I hate that. Girl, Halloween is tomorrow. Yeah, and I haven't decorated for Christmas yet, except for like myself now. Fine. Okay, there we go. Is that spooky music better? Okay, that dinging is annoying. Ghost. Ooh, what does ghost sound like? Oh, it's spooky. Is this spooky? It's not that I don't like Halloween, it's that I'm a wuss and I have a heart condition. So anytime anything like elevates my heart rate, like a jump scare or something, my heart doesn't have the ability to regulate after that. So it's like terrible after, which then spikes my anxiety. Christmas is soft and gentle and makes me happy. I always had like the opposite of sad seasonal something depression, where I would feel much better in the fall and winter times than I would in spring and summer, which I think is interesting. I do also have like a crazy vitamin D deficiency because I have autoimmune disorder stuff, so I'm not gonna like go on a rant about all my medical issues though. That's the backspace instead of delete button. Oddly enough, these lights are starting to almost hurt my eyes because they're just right there. That was a wolf howl. Did you hear it? Spooky. Is this spooky enough for you, Noni? For Halloween being tomorrow? think it's like the swirling leaves that are almost the scariest. Guys, it's a wolf again. I'm gonna send my family a snapshot of what I'm looking like. Because I look like a doofus right now. It's 4 o'clock already? I did waste a lot of time earlier just doing everything other than writing. That's okay. Guys, I think that was a ghost. It's crazy. Let's take a sip of apple cider. It's a very Halloween-y drink. Apple cider. I definitely don't do horror movies. I can do like some scary movies or like more like suspenseful movies, but horror, I can't. I mean, if it's just like kind of spooky, I might be able to, but like anything that's like really violent or gory or really gritty, it just makes me really uncomfortable. But I can do some things. My sister and some of my cousins are really trying to get me to watch Oculus. And my boss is too. My boss is like, you should watch Oculus. And I don't think I'd be able to do it. I tried watching Babadook last year. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Never even saw the Babadook. I noped out of there. I was like, nope, not for me. I just took a key off my keyboard. Classic Xana behavior. Is that the one with the doll? It's Child's Play, right? Yeah, I think that's the one with the doll. know why that wolf sounds so fake. It's a funny typo. I like seeing little typos and then just going, heh. My dad thinks I look funny. Every time I make a typo, like I just misspelled yeast, I'm just like, ha, teast. That's not a word. There's that ghost again. What was your favorite part about the Child's Play movies? I don't know much about them aside from they're like slashers, aren't they? They made a modern day Gen Z TV series with tons of references to the old movies. That's what I watched. It's gory, but also very silly. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I saw some ads for that, but like, I don't like horror ads because I think they're mean. Yeah, it's like, it's mainly the gore that gets me. Mark Hamill could voice anything in the world and I would believe it. Mark Hamill could voice me and I would believe that it was totally me. I need this light to stay on my ear, otherwise it gets like right in my eye. Okay, so I got to the end of that chapter, which was just almost 10 pages. So she wants a little bit more detail in this chapter. Okay. Hey, I'm back on 700 followers on Instagram. It keeps fluctuating. The other day, like, I think Instagram went through and swept out a bunch of bots, which, you know, was needed. But, yeah, it's always nice to see the number go back up. Hey! Speaking of back, I just checked my Instagram and I'm back up to 700 followers. I'd been teetering around like 704 and like 697 for a while. Mainly like just under 700. So I'm happy to be back in the 700 range. And it's entirely vain because I like the nice rounded even numbers. This is getting ridiculous though. I am taking this off. I have to turn it back on. I am, yeah. I was thinking about taking it off, but I think it's too like woven into my sweater right now for me to mess with. Let's see what we're at right now, by the way. I have successfully added over 300 words to the manuscript since we started, though. So I've added a page and a half-ish. Yes. Why wait till you're done with the draft? Start working on your social media presence now, and it can be a really good motivator for, like, tracking work and stuff like that, and building an audience, especially if you're wanting to do traditional publishing. You're going to want to start building traffic to your social media now, so that when you query, because even though it sucks that this is a process, when you query, a lot of agents are going to want to know that you have a social media presence already. And it's not even that they're necessarily looking for numbers on your account, they're just looking for how engaged you are on your different channels and stuff. To see that you're willing to market and that you have what it takes to market and do stuff and talk about your book or your projects. They want to see that you're going to be a reliable social media presence for marketing. Which bites, but it's kind of how trad publishing is working right now. So again, you don't have to worry about your numbers. It's really all just about how engaged you are with the community and with your channel. Because it's way better to have a smaller number of followers but a lot of engagement on your posts than a large number of followers that you've possibly bought and very low engagement on your posts. It's a crazy game out there, the world of publishing. Yeah, because it looks way better if you've got, say you have 200 followers, but of those 200 people, 30 of those followers are commenting on almost every single one of your posts. Than if you've got 2,000 followers and you've got maybe 5 people commenting and like 2 of them are bots or something like that. Also, starting earlier can help with your SEO, I think. Starting to get your name out there and all that. I'm gonna message my editor and let her know real quick that there's a lot of new writing on page 173 for her to look at in chapter 21. Now we've written over 400 words this session. Alright, on to chapter 22. Hopefully less rewriting involved with this one, and more just like accepting little grammatical changes. I now have 30 chapters in total. So let's do 107 divided by 30. That means each one of my chapters averages about 3,566.6 repeating words. So 3,567 words on average. Some of my chapters are like 5K, some of them are like 2K, so like there's a range. I don't think I have any chapters shorter than 2K. Which is kind of nice. I do write longer chapters. I like them. Buddy. Maestro went to the vet last week. He got his vaccines and he got his senior blood work done and he had a biopsy because they found a little mass on him, which I had known about for a couple weeks, and I was like, he's got a vet appointment coming up, we'll take care of it then. Maestro? Are you just exploring right now? Are you exploring Mama's messy office? You found a hair tie on the floor. Yeah, you put it there. Yes, hi buddy. Oh, big yan. Maestro's been sleeping on my pillow most of today. He was snuggling with me in here earlier. He was actually sitting on my desk, which was cute. And now he's just kind of milling about. Are you attacking the door now? Oh, you're attacking my hair tie. That's fine. Dude, the moon falling in Majora's Mask is frightening. It's always just a bit too much for me. I still need to complete Majora's Mask. I've never finished a run of Majora's Mask. It seems almost too confusing. I don't actually know if I would enjoy it. Trauma flashbacks, yeah. I remember watching my older brothers play, and my older cousins, as a wee little child, and it was very scary. Oddly enough, I got through Twilight Princess, which is almost like darker in ambiance than Majora's Mask. I did not do the Queen Goma fight, though. I dry heaved and threw the controller at my husband, who was then my boyfriend. I threw the controller at him, and I could not do the Goma fight. I don't think Nintendo, it's one of those things where I think people are like that it's just a dream, or it's fake, or Link is dead, because Nintendo always makes a show of when characters fall down pits and, like, land, but they don't do that for Link. I think they just wanted to make a darker game. Link is secretly in the depths. Where are the weird trees and the little mini fluxes, and why does everyone have the same face? No, I do need to finish Majora. I don't know if I ever will, though. I need to finish Breath of the Wild, guys. I never actually beat Breath of the Wild. I got stuck in... They put the sun in the depths, lol. The director had nightmares making the game. I believe it. It's terrifying when Link, like, puts on the masks for the first time and just, like, screams. Okay, so I got stuck in Valmodia. No, not Valmodia. The Gerudo dungeon, which is the hardest in the game. I couldn't use the magnesis, to get... Oh, he only had 1 year to make the game? That's crazy. And it's huge. I bet they could use a lot of the same mapping from Ocarina if they used the same engine. So that would make sense to me. But in Breath of the Wild, the boss in Gerudo, in that Divine Beast, you have to use your magnesis to lift up these metal poles and get it by the blight. So that when it shoots lightning, it electrocutes itself, and then you go wham on it. I could never do it. It was just too hard, and I gave up. I'm a lot better at video games now. I'm sure I could actually do it. I beat Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Persona 5 Royal, a little bit of Persona 3, and maybe a couple other games since I put Breath of the Wild down. I did another run of Wind Waker. I did a Wind Waker randomizer. So, like, I'm sure my skills have developed a little bit better. My husband is still mightily annoyed that whenever I play video games that have fighting in them, I don't target. I just don't like targeting. You know, I get locked onto one opponent, then another one comes up to wham on me, and I can't, like, switch fast enough to defend myself. It's annoying. It's just not good. Okay, it makes sense that since he only had a year, that's why they reused so many of the OAT assets. I do a lot of OOT. I do a lot of Zooters, randomizers for OOT. I think those are a lot of fun to watch. My husband and I have been watching ZFG do runs, and those are fun. And of course, Games Done Quick does runs, or Nuclear. They're fun. I don't know if I could do a Zooter. I don't know Ocarina that well yet. I would need, like, because Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, Majora's, Wind Waker. Wind Waker's randomizer, has, check thing. So every time you click that you got an item, it'll show how many checks you can now do in each location, so then you can go to those locations. I don't know if they have one for OOT. I don't know. I think it's Emo Tracker. Emo Tracker is either for OOT or Wind Waker, or maybe it does both. They don't have like a, hey, you got this item, now you can go do a check in, you can go do Lon Lon Ranch, you can do Shadow Temple Adult, you can do these different things, whereas like in Wind Waker, it's like, oh, you got this item, congrats, you can do 3 checks on Windfall, 2 on Forsaken Fortress, you can do Forsaken Fortress 1, you can do the Windfish, you can do these other things. So, I don't know. I would have to look into that. I was talking to Noah though, and I was like, I think it'd be fun if I did some game streams. Like, I think that would be fun. Also, my neighbors, I have a window open. My neighbors must think that I'm absolutely ridiculous right now. I think my favorite Zelda... My favorite Zelda is either Wind Waker or Skyward Sword. And to clarify, I first played Skyward Sword on the Switch. I really liked it. I really liked Skyward Sword. It had a couple moments where I was slightly annoyed, but I really enjoyed it. Twilight Princess was also really good. I think I enjoyed Skyward Sword a bit better. And I'm loving Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, The Legend of Zelda Link's fashion show. I would recommend it if you're able to get the game, especially the Switch version, because I that's what I played. I thought it was pretty good, and it has some accessibility things. I haven't played any of the handhelds. I haven't played A Link Between Worlds. I haven't played Link's Awakening. It technically is a console now on Switch. I need to do Spirit Tracks. I need to do Phantom Hourglass. I haven't played any of the originals before OOT. I always think of Ocarina as like the source of the Zelda games. Like, that is the genesis of Zelda, but it's not. There are a couple other... The 2D Zelda games, I think, is what they are. I haven't played many of the 2D Zelda games. I want to, though. And I'm pretty sure my husband... Hi, Betty. You came back. I'm pretty sure my husband owns most of them. If not, they're pretty easy to get. I didn't say that. I don't know. I don't know where The Legend of Zelda and then Zelda 2 fall in the timeline. I also, as much as I like saying that there's a timeline and Nintendo has now like put together their timeline, I don't think there really is a timeline, honestly. I think they're just a bunch of games that people want to make timelines for because they're the same characters. It's fun to make timelines, but yeah. Okay, they fall in the failed timeline. I could go get my husband's Zelda books right now. He has the 3 Zelda, like, encyclopedias that Nintendo put out. I was thinking about buying it. I hope he's not, like, secretly listening to this stream right now. I was thinking about getting him the new one that came out. I think there's a new one that came out. I can't remember. I was thinking he could maybe enjoy that for Christmas. But then all of it... Yeah, I'm gonna be careful with what I say. I don't fully know what all I want to get him for Christmas yet. I have one thing. Yeah, I know there's, so there's the timeline where Link succeeds and Zelda sends him back to be a child, and things are good from there. There's the timeline where Link succeeds in Oat, and then stays as an adult and continues, and then there's the timeline where he failed. Those are the 3 divergences. Which I think people were saying that Hyrule Warriors brings all 3 timelines together because of the BBEG and that. And then Breath of the Wild comes, well, Age of Calamity would come after that, then Breath of the Wild, then Tears of the Kingdom. So everyone's saying we're in a totally new Zelda timeline right now of the 3 converging to 1 continuing on. I'm not entirely sure. I like that theory just because I think it sounds really fun. It sounds cool. The Zelda, I didn't know there was a Zelda cookbook. Check on Barnes & Noble. The adult timeline is where he saves the world but then gets sent back in time, so there's no hero. I don't know if I super know that. Is it the unofficial Zelda cookbook by Philbod Villanova? That doesn't sound right. Dude, the Ghibli cookbook looks... There's a Star Trek cookbook? Crazy. Okay, it was published by Titan. And I kind of recognize that name. Yeah. Yeah, I know Titan. There's also a Final Fantasy cookbook. My cousin has that, and he made us mocktails from that. Or like mocktails and cocktails from that. It was really good. It was like a lavender lime syrup curacao cocktail or something. I'm not entirely sure. It was really good though. I have to think through my descriptions and describe what they actually look like. Yeah, a lot of those... There's a Stardew Valley cookbook that's coming out. Noah and I already pre-ordered that one. Dude, I'm so sad that we couldn't get tickets to go see the Festival of Seasons Orchestra. I really would have loved to go see them, but... yeah. I don't have a very big kitchen, but I can pull off some pretty cool meals. So maybe you just have to get creative with your space. You can get boards that, like... will go over your sink, so you can use that as prep space. You can get things that'll go over your oven to make your oven prep space. I will use my dining room table on occasion. I've prepped things on the floor. Not food I've given my family, don't worry. For like me and stuff. And ability-wise, sometimes it's really nice to like sit on the floor right by my seasoning cabinet and just season things instead of like bending down and getting seasonings constantly. Yeah. I have far too many allergies and I am far too like picky and like weird about foods. I don't know if I could eat as much as Link does. I've made Link eat too many things to restore hearts and status abilities in the game. I'd probably eat like Zelda. A princess diet, count me in. White cake with whipped topping and fruit on it, I'm down. I'm not loving the loop on the spooky woods here. It's a little too obvious. I'm not entirely sure what my editor means by this comment, so I'm going to have to ask her about that later. Oh my goodness, guys, this book comes out in a month. In a month! Ugh. Terrifying. Nice. I come up with marketing plans and then I get sick. So, I like this note from my editor. That screech you just heard that echoed throughout all of the USA, that was me. That was me screeching and fangirling. I love that. Alright, we've been streaming for 2 hours. It's been 2 hours since my last bathroom break. I need to stand up and go use the bathroom and then drink some more water. I will be back in just a couple minutes. Alright, I am back, and I did disentangle myself from the lights. My editor does, I don't know, like, what her editing slots are like right now, but, I can give you her information, for if you would want to hire her. I think her rates are pretty fair. And she does fantastic work, so she's worth it. Like, she's helped me improve my book in the ways, it was like, I knew that I had things that I needed to fix in my manuscript, but I couldn't quite figure it out myself, and people weren't seeing what I was seeing with the issues, but Hannah was able to. She was able to look at them and be like, yeah, I am seeing what you're saying, which both is amazing but also bites, because it was like, at first I was like, well, maybe I'm just going crazy. Everyone else who's read the book has said that they haven't felt these issues that I have been feeling, but then Hannah was like, yeah, I'm seeing these things that you're talking about. I was like, okay, so I was right, there are problems, instead of like, oh, I was just paranoid, there are no problems, you know? It's like, oh man. But the book's been way stronger. It's over 10,000 words longer now, and I've cut, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, this weekend I cut about 300 words. Overall in this draft, though, I've cut more than, I've cut around 6,000 words in this draft. So, it's been quite something. Maestro is begging for dinner, and it's not even 5 o'clock yet. Yeah. You're welcome. Well, I've edited over 10 pages, so I've gotten that portion of today's goals finished. I hate when my editors write, oh, I don't. No. It's just sometimes I see things that I've written and I'm like, yeah, that's right, that is wrong. I'm just like, how did I not see that? Ugh. I like seeing her little theories. Anyone have any fun plans for the rest of the day? Just work. I feel that. I'm gonna finish work, then go to the grocery store, then write. Nice. I don't think I need to go get any groceries for tonight. We have leftover pizza from sleep. I feel that. We have leftover pizza from last night that Noah, I don't know if Noah's gonna want to eat it actually, because he had it for lunch and I had it for lunch, so it might be a thing where we have it for lunch again tomorrow. So dinner tonight, I have some leftover onion spitzel and beef. I might eat that. I don't have a ton of it left though, because I ended up eating more of my portion after I ate some for lunch yesterday. I have lunch meat. I could make some sandwiches, but lunch meat's been giving me the ick recently. I love when I love when my editor loves my little pretty descriptors. I just approved of was. I like my fragments. I do keep a lot of my fragment sentences. I've changed a lot of them, but sometimes I just am going to keep my fragment sentences because I like them. That wolf is driving me insane. I've muted it. You guys watch Spy Family at all? Bring back the thunderstorm? Yeah. I do like the thunderstorm. I've really been enjoying watching Spy Family. I like it a lot. I think it's fun. just can't. Ugh, the poor kid. I'm gonna have to write a book characters like that at some point. Oh, I do like that. I like that descriptor. She's been adding in little descriptors for me in a couple places, like, what do you think about something like this? And I have loved every single thing that she's written. So my editor's name is Hannah Carter. She wrote the Trials of Atlantis series. They're on KU, Kindle Unlimited. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, my editor, Hannah Carter. She wrote the Trials of Atlantis, published by Snow Ridge. She's got other things published by 20 Hills. She's also been published in, I think, every single Nightshade Publishing anthology, because I love her. Yeah. She is an absolute doll and deserves all the happy things. She's the person whose birthday gift I'm sending out. Just broke a nail. Yes, Hannah's amazing. I love Hannah. I need an action tag here, an action beat. the Thunderstorm better, Zilla? Is it also still at a good audio level for you? Yeah, that's good. Ugh. One of the best parts about Hannah's editing is that she catches when I reuse the same words over and over again in like the same paragraph span, which is kind of painful, seeing that I will reuse the same word over and over and over again, but she catches them and I'm able to like fix things. You need carrot cake? What do you need carrot cake for? Also, a rotisserie chicken does sound really good right now. You're making me want to go to the store and get rotisserie chicken. Oh, and some orzo. Or some rotini. And make like a thick chicken broth sauce of sorts with like chicken broth, cornstarch, like syrup, some carrots and onions and garlic, and have it like as like a almost soup, but mainly like Sounds so good. Carrot cake is sweet and delicious, I agree. Do you like your carrot cake with raisins in it? Or like coconut? Nice. Noah usually eats a lot of rotisserie chicken, and we'll give some to Maestro just to be kind to him. I'm trying to remember what my because my grandmother liked carrot cake. I don't think she liked it with raisins, and I don't think she liked it with coconut, or she liked it with one of those things. I don't think it was raisins. I don't think she liked carrot cake with raisins. You know what I'm excited for? I think Noah and I are gonna go on vacation sometime next year, and that sounds amazing. I've got the itch to like go somewhere and travel and do something. I've had the itch for like 3 months now. Maybe like 2. I want to go on a cruise. Somewhere warm with a nice beach that I can go sit at for a bit. Cruises are also nice because I don't have to worry about cooking the food or cleaning up after the food, which I kind of feel guilty about sometimes because I can only imagine how much food waste and like how many dishes people have to do on a cruise. Though I'm sure they also have like some decent industrial washers and stuff like that. I don't necessarily super care where the cruise goes. Somewhere nice with a beach. Somewhere cozy. With food. be able to make a London fog on a cruise. I wouldn't have access to, like, Noah would be off in the water swimming around like the little fish he is. I don't think I'd have the stuff to make a London fog on a cruise. I'd probably have to pay a lot of money to have a London fog. Especially because I have to have things with oat milk. People like to upcharge for oat milk. Having memories of the last vacation we took, because we lost having gone on vacation with my grandmother. I also sobbed like a baby in church yesterday, because I was wearing her cardigan, and then like just some of the songs, which sometimes a lot of worship songs mention grieving a little bit, and then like part of the sermon also kind of made mentions of that, and I just got really emotional thinking about it. I'm okay now. I had a good cry. At the back of the sanctuary, thankfully, Noah and I were sitting in the back. But yeah, I cried like a little baby. What will you judge me for in regards to everything I just said? Grief and mourning is some of the most difficult emotions to encapsulate. It's very weird to experience happiness in one moment and then the next moment feel like you've just been shot. Hey, Maestro. Yeah, buddy, we'll be ending stream soon. It's almost time for Maestro's dinner, so I will be hopping off in just a couple minutes. We've had a really good 3-hour stream, though. I've gotten a good bit done. Yeah. So what else are you gonna judge me for? I'm curious. What am I being judged for, Zilla? my style sense? What's wrong with my sense of style? What's wrong with the shows I like? What's wrong with the games I play? Rude. How many games have I finished? It's gonna be hard to like think through. I know I finished like a couple Scribblenauts. Birth by Sleep. I think I finished Kingdom Hearts 1. I maybe finished 2. I can't remember. Technically, this isn't actually a sweater. It's fake. And it's to keep me warm and look stylish. Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't think I ever finished Halo. I got close. I played a lot of Halo games. I don't think I ever finished the main campaigns. Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Luigi's Mansion, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, couple other Mario games, Luigi's Mansion, Persona 5 Royal, I'm trying to think, like, through different games that Noah and I have played. I'm also really big into watching people play games. Growing up, I mainly watched my oldest brother play games. Love that. With my younger siblings, we watched my oldest brother play video games a lot. So, I really enjoy watching people play games. If we're counting games I've watched people play, you can include a lot of Yakuza games in there. You can include Spider-Man Miles Morales. You can include... Oh, I beat Bug Fables. I loved Bug Fables. I haven't beaten Hades. Like, I haven't gotten the entire story yet, but I have had a few finished, like, run-throughs. That counts. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I can't think of any others right now. My glasses are also great. I am stylish, okay? What would make it is if I had a cardigan on over this. Oh my gosh, that'd be hysterical. I'm almost done with this chapter. Okay, cool. So I got to 187. I started at 172. So I got 15 pages done. That's awesome. Word count wise, we're now at 107, 205, and we started at 106, 505. So I wrote 700 words today so far. So, I think that's about I'm gonna wrap it up for stream. This was a good 3 hours and change. I got a lot of work done. I'm gonna go nail down some of the other things on my to-do list, mainly getting copy written for my day job. I have to get that done. So I will see you guys either in my Discord server or in Hakawati's server. And yeah, we'll see if I stream any more this week. I've got a lot going on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish chapters left to do edits in, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Chapters 22 to 30. So I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, doing whatever it is that you're going to be doing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.